So it is currently 34 degrees and feeling like 42 degrees in Canada, of all places. My hair is a fucking mess. It's been 2 months, and I said I would only be gone a week. So, like, here's what happened with that. So, the thing about me that everyone needs to know is that I am high-key delusional. As soon as I know that I have a little bit of a talent at something, or not even a talent, I would say, even a little bit of ability, then I am the type of person that thinks that I can do it professionally, with little effort as well. Like, straight, I know the basics, now I can do it professionally. It is both an asset and a hindrance to me. Especially in this particular case, because I was like, I'm only going to take a week off of YouTube because I was very slowly starting to grow and I was doing well in the algorithm, and I was going to take a week off to do a animation for a Baby No Money animation contest because I love that man. And also I am poor, and I really wanted to see his concert coming up in September, so I'm like, I will do this animation. I will win, of course, because I am the best. And then I will get to see him in concert without really spending a whole bunch of money or any at all. Perfect plan. You see, the thing about that is, I'm not great at hand animating. I'm like, well, what am I good at? I am pretty decent at Blender. You know, I do pretty decent work in Blender. So I'm like, perfect. We'll just make the animation in Blender. Here's the thing. There's like a workflow for animation, you know? I went to enough school to know that. Like, you need to storyboard it. You need to do the background art for your scenes. You need to sync it. You need to animate it. If you're in Blender, you need to create the people models, and you need to rig it. I have not done a single one of those things ever. Not one. Minus drawing things for background. So this 1 week escapade turned into 3. And me not having a life, because sunk cost fallacy is a thing. It is a thing, and a half a week into it, I'm like, I have spent entirely too much time on this to give up now. So I did it, and what happened to this animation, shall I say? Well, first of all, I'll play the animation for you. She got that. So that's that. I love it. I worked hard on it. What happened was the animation did great on my side of TikTok until the straights saw it. Now, my side of TikTok, which is the side of TikTok that Baby No Money actually sort of, I'm not going to say panders to, is part of, is the queer side. He makes jokes about being pegged all the time. He dresses up as Iron Mouse with the fake boobs and everything. Like, he dresses as Sonic the Hedgehog, but in a crop top. He asked, and he's saying that he didn't, but he asked specifically for art of him being NPreg. Like, that's the type of thing he's into. And so it was doing well on my side. But the thing about TikTok is it can do well for a certain amount of time, and then it gets pushed to wider audiences outside of your sphere. And if there's one thing that I've learned between this and between posting it on Reddit is most of the people are down to get it. Most of the people get it. They think it's funny, or it's not their cup of tea. However, a lot of them, straight people, straight men with inferiority complexes, really get upset about seeing someone be pegged. And I noticed that from the comments that I started to get about how it was dangerous to make things like that. You got to be really sure that the guy is okay with that, because most men would never be okay with it. And it's very dangerous to make things implying that a man's being pegged. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it got shadow banned because it was getting thousands of views, like 30,000 views in the first 6 hours. Then I went to bed and I woke up, nothing, started getting the hate comments. And I knew that it was shadow banned specifically because when I specifically tried to tag a friend, Baby No Money himself, anyone, I wasn't allowed to tag anyone. And then I'm like, okay, well, you know, I have a little bit of pocket change. Maybe I can circumvent this shadow ban by promoting it. and spending like $3 to $6 to promote it on TikTok. And they're like, no, you're ineligible for adult content. I'm like, oh, so I got no strikes at all. Nothing's wrong with it. You didn't say anything was wrong with it, but I can't promote it because adult content. Yeah, so the straights are mad. So basically I wasted a whole month of my time doing that. Maybe I shouldn't say it's a waste, because it was good experience. It was fun to do. I think it's cute. It wasn't a waste. It is just very frustrating. But then that only accounts for one of the months. The other month, this month in June, this month was spent dealing with reactions to medications.
Feel that? Feel what, Mr. Lee? The way the shit clings to the air, Randy.
The shit clings to the air?
It's already started, my dear good friend.
What started, Mr. Lee?
The shit blizzard.
And then visiting the town that I grew up in for Pride. How did that go? Not well. I think I've mentioned it before. I'm not sure if I mentioned it on the channel. It's a very conservative area, let's say. Before it started getting gentrified by the Torontonians, it was basically nothing but suburbs and farm with nothing in between. The demographic was Christian and Muslim. So it was very interesting growing up in that area as a neurodivergent, clearly weird, didn't know it then, but non-binary, witch person. They didn't like any of that. They didn't like that I was witch. They didn't like that I was pagan, because I was openly both of those things. They didn't like that my family was atheist. So I'm not surprised that when I went there in the year of our Lady Gaga 2025, that it was a field with like 12 stalls of random people selling their stuff, with one sponsor being TD Bank. So it was a waste of time. I should have gone to the one in the home city that I'm currently in, because I moved back, because here people fuck with the gays. They do. Not so much in the town that I grew. So I wasted that. And yeah, between that and then being on Metformin, I don't know if any of you guys have been on Metformin. The first month is chaos. You are changed to your bathroom like you ate Taco Bell nonstop. Until your body acclimates. And in my case, my body acclimated, and also a month later they gave me the extended release rather than the immediate release. Wish they would have given that to me in the first place. And now that I'm talking, I'm gonna make a whole video about the PCOS stuff later as things mellow out and my health gets more normal. I just want to mention, because we are in the age of Ozempic and like shaming people for being on weight loss, blah blah blah. I'm not on a weight loss journey. I'm not. Do I want to be as large as I am? No, obviously not. But I'm not like actively going out of my way to hit the gym every day. I just want to be healthy. And I have PCOS. And the thing about Metformin, it is not actually a weight loss drug, because people mistake it for things like Ozempic, which do drastically affect your weight. Metformin is a weight neutral drug. So this drug specifically works out your hormones. So basically, if a normal person took Metformin and they wanted to lose weight and they had no hormonal issues at all, they're not going to lose weight. They're just going to shit their brains out for a whole month and then stay the same weight. But if you are someone with PCOS or some other hormonal related things that need it, you're going to see some pretty immediate changes. And that kind of links into another reason why I kind of wanted to avoid the camera, is that said hormone issues caused me to have a lot of acne. Because of the PCOS, it caused me to have a lot of acne, issues with facial hair, and it was to the point where I had to run everything through like a million CapCut filters, on top of just the video quality on my phone being really shit. I didn't like how I looked. So the Metformin was actually primarily to address the hormone issues. And then I'm not gonna lie, the fact that I lost 15 pounds in this month, I like that. I hope that keeps up, but I just want to have a normal adult face at the age of 30. I don't want to look like a 17-year-old boy. Now that things have mellowed out, I don't need as much post-processing work to make me look presentable. Obviously, I still have a very clearly textured face, but as someone that doesn't like wearing makeup because of the, you know, rampant acne, it's nice now that it's dived down, and like I wash my face every day. But if I wanted to, I could probably go 2-3 days without washing and not look like a pizza. And that's nice to know that, well, I guess not nice, but it's interesting to know that my issues were less of a me issue and more the health issue. Because I know everyone likes to talk about hormones and stuff, and even I am like, I understand that hormonal issues are a thing, but in the little gerbil in the back of my mind was like, well, maybe you're just fat and ugly with zits because you're a slob. It's nice to shut that little voice up. Yeah, so I don't need to do that. And I don't need to do a lot of post-processing on the channel because I invested, and by invested, I mean I took out in a firm loan to get a proper camera. I'm working on my new Sony ZV-E10, Mark 1, because I'm not going to shell out the money for a Mark 2. And it's been interesting. It's definitely a large learning curve. This isn't my first time with photography. It is my first time with like videography and stuff. Whereas the one that I had before that I actually got when I was first getting into YouTube way back when. I didn't do the proper research because I was right out of high school and stupid as shit. I got a Nikon D80 DSLR camera. Lovely camera. It's a good learning camera. Wish I learned anything at all between the high school photography course and having this. I can't remember shit, and I just use things on auto. So it's definitely a large learning curve for videography. This is take 3. I finally got my low light settings acceptable, which is good because even with my full light set on, because I am so poor, it's literally just like the lights on and a ring light. So it's not a lighting system. And people were like, oh, I used S-Log 3 Cinema. It gives you such depth of color. You know what happens when you use S-Log 3 Cinema in low light circumstances? Grainy as so I think I'm using H-Log something or other from following a tutorial. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. If you want to leave me any comments in the comment box below about any tips and tricks, I would love that. But yeah, so hopefully this is a good investment for the channel, and it definitely is a necessary one because, again, I was recording on this Samsung Galaxy Flip, and before that I was using my Huawei, but the problem with the Huawei is because of the long recording sessions, it made the battery expand, and I couldn't at the time afford to replace it, but I could afford to open up a tab with Kudo with $0 down for a new phone that I'll be paying off for 6. I hate the late stage capital that we live in. But yeah, so then I started recording on my Flip, and the thing about that is it says it's in 4K. It can record in 4K, but it must be the like digitally enhanced 4K because it didn't look like that. It has to do a bunch of processing, even with the best light. It didn't matter what I was doing. It's very good phone quality, not as good as Huawei, but I live in Canada and those are illegal to sell here now. But good quality, just not for my situation and not for my YouTube channel. So I got that. And people will be like, oh, change the lens. I don't have money for a lens, but you know what? These things, if I get an adapter, I can put this one on that one, but I don't think I need it unless I want to do like photography stuff because this seems to be doing the trick. At least it's better than what I had before. So that's what I've been doing for the past 2 months, and I am coming back. And not just like I said before, like, oh, I'm coming back, maybe I'll do this. No, I have a schedule set out from now until February next year. So mainline videos will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays with recaps on Saturdays, monthly recaps on the last day of the month. Depending on filming chunks, it'll be either the first week or the last week of the month that I have a week off and there's no videos. And it's like that until December 18th, in which case it goes on to like Yuletide break, and then I come back on the 6th of 2026. So this allows me to, assuming if I get all my recording stuff done, I had to re-record this 3 or 4 times because I've never used a proper camera before, so I had to relearn everything. So assuming I get everything done, this will allow me to have 4-day work weeks, a proper weekend, a proper Christmas break, and basically just not to burn out. I've learned through working at the magazines, and then just working normal jobs as well, that while I can do crunch, and actually I'm strangely productive in crunch, it does lead to my brain leaking out my eyeballs and me dying for months after. So that's the plan. Hopefully, with this, I can avoid autistic burnout, but also the burnout that every other YouTuber seems to have. I feel like I should just set it up and like logistically work it out as if it's a normal job, and then I'll be fine. I'm back. We're getting back into the swing of things. If you have any recommendations on camera settings, please let me know. If you have any recommendations for content, let me know. I have set things coming out for this month. When you're seeing this month for July, it's not going to be the most involved things. I'm not going to be doing reactions to like I Love a Mama's Boy or anything. We'll do that when I have more time to film. I have to film like 8 videos in a row and edit them all before July. So yeah, just let me know what you want to see and what you think. If you dislike this video, I totally understand. It was a little rambly all over the place. I'm melting. This is Canada. We shouldn't be having 44-degree days, but here we are. But if you dislike me, leave that comment in the comments box below. Everything helps in the algorithm. Pray for me, because I think I might die of heat stroke before this is over.
The top Democrat in the House, we haven't heard yet from Chuck Schumer, the top Democrat in the Senate, is that they seem to say that they learned about
You feeling good? Taking up the whole hallway? Yeah, Tess? Oh.
So still very much unclear.
Sorry to interrupt you.
But certainly something that we continue to look into as these Republicans say they got this heads up and down.
You're looking at historic figure. Should we have a little faith in this man? They have a lot of faith in this man. Should we have a little faith in the United States military? We just kicked their ass.